This is ESPN Esports. I'm Ardo O'Cal. Happy to be joined by Ayjacks, Rocket League player for eUnited. A great start for eUnited in the RLCS Season 9. Let's start there, defeating Cloud9, one of the stalwart teams, usually in the RLCS. You must be very happy with that result.
We were really excited beating them because we knew it was such an important game because everybody thought it was a fluke from last season beating them, and then coming out that strong to sweep them, it really gives us a confidence boost, and I think it'll help us going forward in the season.
So take me into the locker room, so to speak, before the game. You know, you heard all of that criticism last season. It was a fluke. It won't happen again. How much does that motivate you and your teammates?
For me, I like to prove everybody wrong, and I'm pretty sure all my teammates like to prove everybody wrong too. So that just helps us even more, getting a lot of hate.
Take us through the matchup. You had a double tap to start things off in game number 1. Did that really set the tone for the rest of the series?
As soon as I scored that double tap, I knew the rest of the series was going to be really good for us. And then once Hawksher scored the second one right after, I knew that it was basically over already.
You were the NA Player of the Week as chosen there. How does that feel?
It's the first time I've had that accomplishment, and it feels great.
You are in a very interesting role. You go to college as well. You're in LSU, right? And you actually play for the college Rocket League team as well. In doing some research for this interview, I noticed that there was a lot of conversation about, like, you're playing for your college team, you're playing for the RLCS. A lot of the conversation, especially on the Rocket League Reddit forums, was should this situation even be allowed to happen? Like, what would you say to people who say, hey, maybe he shouldn't be playing on both of these teams?
Well, I'm in college, so I don't see why it'd be unfair for me to play. I mean, but at the same time, I'm a professional, so it makes sense. But there's nothing that's disqualifying me in the rules from Psionics and college Rocket League. So I don't see why there's a problem.
So your stance is, so long as I'm allowed to do this and so long as it's within the rules, I will continue to do it until I'm told otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that seems fair. That seems completely fair. As long as it's not banned, you can continue to do it. What are some of the matchups that you're looking forward to this season from other teams?
I'm looking forward to NRG, of course, because they're just so good. And I'm looking forward to Pittsburg Knights because we have a little bit of a rivalry with them, I feel like.
Okay, tell me about the rivalry.
Me and Retals just don't like each other.
Why not?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Is it more on his side, more on your side?
Probably more on my side.
So is there a source to that? Is there anything you want to tell us? What rubs him the wrong way to you?
The way that he trash talks everybody, even though he's not as good as everybody. That just grinds my gears, you know?
Okay. So you don't like the fact that he talks a lot of smack, but you don't think he has what it takes to back it up.
Yeah, I don't think he backs it up very well.
So you're really looking forward to. You seem like someone who thrives under those conditions. You know, when there's a rivalry like that, you have no problem speaking your mind in that situation, and you feel like you would definitely be able to back it up in a situation like that.
Yeah, I love playing under pressure. That's my favorite environment to play in.
NRG was obviously a big story last season, right? They finally won their chip. Players had been there for such a long time. It was a really good feel-good story for definitely for NRG fans, definitely for those players, but also just for the esports community, right? But what about a player on another team? I'm very curious to hear what you remember from watching that as somebody who competed in the RLCS that season, who didn't win the championship and was on the outside looking in. What did you think when you saw NRG win the championship in Season 8?
I felt, when I was watching NRG win, I felt really happy for Garrett because he finally won and he's been struggling for so long to win. But the feeling that was stronger was that I wasn't there, I wasn't winning, and that's what I wanted it to be. So I wasn't really happy that they won like other people were because I wanted that to be me.
So it was more a motivating factor to you. Okay, I'm happy for Garrett, but I need this to be me at some point.
Yeah.
So your motivation in that moment went through the roof because you felt it from the other side. You said, I don't want to be on the sidelines again.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So for those eUnited fans that are watching this right now, give us your thoughts on how the season will play out. Give those eUnited fans some motivation on how your team will do it in Season 9.
I think we're gonna get a top 4 seed going into LAN, and then I think we'll get a top 6 spot going into LAN or playing at LAN.
All right.
So finishing top 6 in the world.
Very good prediction there. Ayjacks joining us. The NA Player of the Week went 3-0 against Cloud9. Very impressive start for eUnited. Ayjacks, thanks for your time.
Thank you.